Hey everybody, it's Dave from Restless Moon Outdoors and Native American Crafts. We're going to do some campground camping and we're going to test out some new gear that we got. Stick around, we got some more coming at you. Okay, we're here at a campsite and now I'm going to go ahead and set up camp. I'm going to use my stealth tent that I have. We're going to do some gold armor tarping and some other equipment. Let's get at it. Okay, what I've done is I made two separate ridge lines so that I can span greater distances, because not always the trees are going to be close enough to run a single ridge line. And I'll be using the newer product now to tighten it up. It's called the Jam Cam. We'll show you how you use it and how we set it up here in a second. Okay, what I've done with my ridge line is I tied a loop in one end. I'm going to attach a small D-ring to it. Got neighbors. Just like that. I'm going to wrap it around the tree at the elevation that I want. With the D-ring, I'm just going to clip on the tag line. Just like that. One and done.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters: Joshua Hammond, Mike Rogers,
all right, here we have it. We have my camouflage stealth tent. I'm underneath the gold armor, 12 by 10, 10 by 12, however you want to label it. Tarp. My floor covering, my ground cover, is actually a repurposed Kilimanjaro hammock, ultra lightweight hammock. There's nothing wrong with a hammock. It's easily converted back in. All I got to do is attach strings to it, but I do have it treated with permethrin to help keep the bugs out, which also gives me a nice front porch. We are expecting rain, but it is 90 degrees or better, and I hope it rains. It needs to cool off some. We'll get back with you in a bit. Now, what I've been talking about the past few trips is that once we receive 500 subscribers that are dedicated, not coming and going, but a steady 500 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away this Gerber Prodigy survival knife, bushcraft knife. You have the knife and sheath and a leg strap. The sheath is nylon backing on a composite hard sheath. The handle has two tie-down snaps. Gerber is made in Portland, Oregon. It's a full tang knife. In other words, the blade goes from tip to hilt. It's got a glass breaker on the other end. It's got a full 90-degree grind on this, so you can use that on your striker. It's also got a hole drilled through the center of it so that you can tie on a lanyard. The blade has got a 90-degree filed edge. Easy for scraping on a ferro rod. The handle is a soft, ergonomic, however the word is that you say it. Fits nicely in the hand. It has a good weight to it. It does have a Scandinavian double grind on it. And it's just a really nice knife. I like this knife better than I do my Gerber Bear Grylls knife. Don't mind the rubber bands. It is straight edge. And one of the things I do like about this knife over my other Bear Grylls Gerber is the serrated edge. I'm not a big fan of the serrated edge, but I did modify this knife again. I actually put a filing here in the top notch so that I can use it. It's a double filing. I can use that for cutting cordage easily, and I can also use it to scrape my ferro rod. I use it for both. But nonetheless, this is the knife that we are going to be giving away. And as soon as we have that 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a short video giving you all a time and date. We're going to do a premiere. We'll do a drawing at that time for whoever shows up for the premiere, and we're going to give this knife away. Doesn't cost you anything. Just hope to see you then. Please hit the like and subscribe button while you're watching so you got a chance to get into this. Alright everybody, I want to go over 2 new pieces of equipment that I have. As you all have seen in my past videos, I have been using a small stainless steel mesh grill like this one right here, and it was great. I've used it quite a bit, but unfortunately the way that you use it, and you got to set it on logs to stabilize it, and for its size, it's really only good for one person. I have recently acquired a GRITR Titanium Grill. And along with this, I also have a tripod plate from GRITR Gear also. GRITR Gear's links will be in the description. Please check them out. They got a lot of good equipment. It's not just camp gear, but holsters for your gun fanatics and everything else. Now, this grill comes in a polyester bag. It is a 100% titanium mesh grill. It has legs that you can stand it on and cook on. This makes it so that you have a larger space to cook on. It creates a larger cook surface, which is what I was lacking with my stainless steel. Also, it has a little stuff sack, and inside the stuff sack, it also comes with a 6-inch titanium set of tongs and 2 sets of cables for you to suspend the grill from a tripod. It comes with 2 stainless steel cables, approximately 13 inches, 14 inches long, to suspend your grill with. Along with these suspension cables, it also comes with a stainless steel hook for you to suspend it with. Now, unlike other previous videos reviewing this gear, the one thing that I did notice that they missed is that when the individuals, they hang the grill, they leave the legs either in the folded upright position, which is okay, but anytime you're messing with it, those legs can start to fall. What they don't tell you is that the legs are 100% removable. So the proper way to do it is to remove the legs and then suspend the grill with the cables from each corner, like so. I just dropped one through the table. Like such. And then in using the provided stainless steel hook, you attach these to that, and you can suspend your grill properly above your fire. Excellent for smoking meat, cooking, everything you can imagine. Tonight, or at the moment, I'm going to put the legs back on, and make a steak. Legs go easily snap right back into place. This is titanium. This is not stainless steel, so you're not going to bend the legs. The legs are always going to spring right back into their original shape. But that is one feature that I have not seen in any of the previous videos concerning this grill. It is a little bit larger than my grill, my stainless steel one, but it's the same weight, right about 20 ounces. This measures approximately 9 to 10 inches by 13 inches. That's approximate. It's just better cooking surface. It's better cooking. So let's get this on the fire. Okay, now with the GRITR tripod plate, which is purchased separately from the grill, comes in a nice imitation leather pouch, and in this you receive your tripod plate, a hanging chain. The exact measurement I do not know, but I will put it up on the screen. And what you do is you get yourself 3 sticks, approximately the same length. I like to go approximately 6 to 7 feet, and you put one end of the stick through the hole. And once you have all 3 together, you put it over your fire. Once it's over your fire, you take your chain, feed it through the center hole of the plate, till the chain is the height that you want, and you take the peg and you put it through the length and let it sit. Then you can hang your grill from this hook. So now let's go get some sticks. Like I said before, once you get your sticks, you put your stick through the hole on one, through the hole on another, and through the hole on a third. And you take your entire assembly, you set it over your fire where we want it, and now it's not going to go anywhere. A little bit more evened out. Now we put on the chain. And as I said before, you feed the peg up through the center hole, pull the chain up through to the desired height that you want, take the peg, put it through the chain, let the chain sit on there, and it holds it nice and tight. It's not going to go anywhere. Now let's put on the grill. Okay, so now I have removed the legs, and you can either hook it up directly on the hook, or you can hook the chain this way, or as I can demonstrate, pull the pin out. You can move it up and down accordingly. So let's get the fire stoked back up. Let's make some tea.
I think I've worked too much, but yeah, that was good. I did it.
Fellow YouTubers Everett and Rakea from the YouTube channel Hike Around, who are also my subscribers, are in the process of using my GRITR grill with the tripod plate, and on it we have got fresh squirrel, seasoned and cooking. Okay, there's been questions on just how important char cloth is. Char cloth I include in our Restless Moon Outdoor Survival Fire Kit. We're going to start a fire using monkey fur to char cloth. 2 of the methods that come in the kit, and a third method, which does not come in the fire kit, is with my blue laser. I do carry this as a non-lethal self-defense. You'll be surprised. We'll go over that a little bit later. First, we're going to take and start a fire with a magnifying glass and the char cloth. Eventually, the sun comes back out. Where's the sun? Here we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's lit. It's been lit. You see where it's white? It's burning. You put that in your bird's nest, put it down, and blow it into a fire. Just like that. And you put it out just like that. Second method is with the fire steel ferro rod and the scraper that comes with it. It only takes just a little bit. Just like that, one, and done. It's actually lit. Put that one in there, just like before. Fold it up and blow it into a fire. Just that quick. Blue laser. Okay, this is how quick it'll start it. That quick, already there. Fold it up, blow it in. Now the blue laser. This laser, like I said, I carry as self-defense, not against animals, but against people. This laser is powerful enough that it's actually daylight visible. You can see, I don't want to hold it on my hand too long because it will burn me. Up to 100 feet, less than 1 second, and in your opponent's eyes, they are permanently blinded for life. The fight is over if they can't see. It's non-lethal. The world is yours at that point. The blue laser. We'll do a demonstration on this at nighttime. I call it my lightsaber because, well, it looks like a lightsaber, and unlike these fake ones that you see on YouTube, everybody whipping around, this one here will actually cut you. My shelter that I got going on here, as I said before, is the Gold Armor 10x12 tarp. I got repurposed Kajaro backpacking hammock, ultralight hammock to use as my ground cover. It is treated with permethrin. I got my stealth tent. I'm using my Climate Static V air mat along with the Gold Armor inflatable pillow. We did a demonstration with use of char cloth. Gave you more information about the 500 subscriber giveaway, and I used and demonstrated the GRITR Gear Titanium Grill and the GRITR Gear tripod plate used in conjunction with the grill. Very satisfied with both. I have no complaints about either one of them. It is going to replace my stainless steel grill that I have, which is a little bit smaller than, but it definitely weighs the same. But it's got the legs. I like the GRITR Gear grill much better than I do my stainless steel one, simply because of that reason. It has been in the mid to upper 90s. The humidity has been probably 60%. It is hot. I'm sweating. I need to hydrate, and I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to use the Pedialyte packs with my water, and I'm going to relax and call it a night. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, for those of you who doubted my blue burning laser, this one right here, monkey fur. Voila. Dealt my laser. Well, everyone, it is 5:30 in the morning. It was very warm last night. And it's actually very warm right now. Probably mid to upper 80s. It's 5:30 in the morning. So, that compiled with the fact that I forgot my coffee. I am now going to break camp and I'm going to go to Dunkin'. I'm going to get me a coffee. I'm going to go to the house and get this dang air conditioner. So next time, I appreciate y'all watching. We'll see ya. Yeah.
Thank you for watching Restless Moon Outdoors and Adventures. We hope to see you again.